Have you ever felt like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down into a deep, foggy canyon? You know you need to get to the other side, but you can't see the path. All you see is uncertainty. That feeling, that heavy weight of "what if," can be paralyzing. What if I fall? What if I fail? What if I'm not strong enough? I've been there. We've all been there. It's that moment in life where the path forward isn't clear, where the resources seem scarce and the destination feels impossibly far away. You might be there right now, facing a career change, a health challenge, a financial struggle, or a relationship that's on shaky ground. You're holding a dream in your heart, a desire for something more, something better. But the gap between where you are and where you want to be seems vast and insurmountable. It's in these exact moments that we're called to do something that feels completely counterintuitive. We're called to take a step into the fog, a step of faith. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's not about having a perfectly mapped out plan or a guaranteed outcome. Faith is the quiet confidence, the deep-seated trust, that even when you can't see the bridge, God is already building it for you. It's believing that He will provide, not just because it's a nice thought, but because it's His promise. Think about it. Throughout history, we see incredible stories of provision. Remember the story of Abraham? He was asked to go to a place he had never seen, leaving everything familiar behind. He didn't have a GPS or a travel guide, he just had a promise from God. And he walked. He walked in faith, and God guided his every step, ultimately leading him to become the father of a great nation. He trusted that the one who called him was faithful to lead him. Or what about David? A young shepherd boy, armed with nothing but a sling and a few stones, facing a giant that made an entire army tremble. From a human perspective, it was a suicide mission. But David wasn't looking at it from a human perspective. He looked at it through the lens of faith. He knew that the God who had delivered him from the lion and the bear would also deliver him from this giant. He stepped onto that battlefield not in his own strength, but in the strength of the Lord. And God provided the victory. These aren't just old stories, they are timeless principles. The same God who provided for Abraham and David is the same God who is with you today. The challenges might look different. Instead of a giant, you might be facing a stack of bills. Instead of an unknown land, you might be facing an uncertain job market. But the principle remains the same. Walk in faith, and God will provide. So, what does it mean to walk in faith in our modern world? It's not about being passive or just waiting for things to fall into your lap. Faith is an action word. It's about doing your part while trusting God to do His. Walking in faith means preparing for the opportunity you're praying for. If you're asking God for a new job, are you updating your resume? Are you learning new skills? Are you networking and putting yourself out there? You're doing the walking, and you're trusting God to open the right door at the right time. You're showing Him that you believe He will answer by preparing for the answer. Walking in faith means being a good steward of what you already have. Sometimes we're so focused on what we lack that we forget to appreciate and manage what we've been given. If you're praying for financial breakthrough, are you managing the money you have now with wisdom and integrity? God often tests our faithfulness with the little things before He entrusts us with the big things. When we show we can be trusted with a little, He knows He can trust us with much more. Walking in faith also means speaking words of life and belief over your situation. The tongue has power. Are you constantly talking about how hard things are, how nothing ever works out, how you'll never succeed? Or are you declaring God's promises over your life? Instead of, "I can't afford it," try saying, "I believe God is my provider, and He will make a way." Instead of, "This is impossible," declare, "With God, all things are possible." Your words create an atmosphere. Create an atmosphere of faith, not of doubt. Let me be real with you. Walking in faith is not always easy. There will be days when your fears are louder than your faith. There will be moments when the fog seems thicker than ever. You'll take a step, and it will feel like you're stepping on air. That's when you have to hold on tighter. I remember a time in my own life when I felt completely lost. I had made a career decision that led to a dead end. I was out of work, my savings were dwindling, and I felt like a total failure. Every door I knocked on seemed to be locked. I prayed, I fasted, I did everything I thought I was supposed to do, but nothing was changing. The anxiety was crushing. One morning, feeling completely defeated, I opened my Bible, and my eyes fell on the passage about Peter walking on water. Jesus called him out of the boat, and Peter, full of faith, stepped out and started walking towards him. He was doing the impossible, but then the scripture says he saw the wind and the waves. He took his eyes off Jesus and put them on his circumstances, and immediately he began to sink. That was me. I was so focused on the wind and the waves of my unemployment, my dwindling bank account, the rejections, that I had taken my eyes off the one who called me. In that moment, I made a choice. I decided to stop looking at the storm and start looking at the storm walker. I started a new routine. Every morning before I did anything else, I would spend time in prayer and gratitude. I would thank God for the provision I knew was coming, even though I couldn't see it. I would apply for jobs with a spirit of expectation, not desperation. It wasn't an overnight change. There were still hard days. But my perspective shifted. My fear began to shrink, and my faith began to grow. And then, it happened. An opportunity came out of nowhere. It wasn't something I had applied for. It was a connection through a friend of a friend, a door that only God could have opened. It was better than anything I could have planned for myself. God didn't just provide, He provided exceedingly and abundantly more than I could ask or imagine. He was just waiting for me to trust Him through the process. Your story might be different, but the provider is the same. He sees your need. He hears your prayers. He knows the desires of your heart. He hasn't forgotten you, but He's asking you to trust Him. He's asking you to take that next step even if you can't see the whole staircase. What is that one step for you today? Maybe it's finally starting that business you've been dreaming of. Maybe it's making that phone call to reconcile a broken relationship. Maybe it's signing up for that class to better yourself. Maybe it's just getting out of bed and choosing to believe that today can be different. Whatever it is, take that step. Do it with courage. Do it with expectation. Know that as you take your step of faith, God takes His step of provision. The path might not clear up all at once. Sometimes the light only shines just far enough for the very next step, but that's all you need. Take that step, and the light will move with you. God's economy is different from ours. We see limitations. He sees possibilities. We see scarcity. He sees abundance. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. The entire universe is at His command. Providing for you is not hard for Him. What He desires most is your trust, your heart, your faith. So today, I want to encourage you. Lift your head up. Take your eyes off the wind and the waves. Look to the one who calms the seas. He is your provider, your guide, your strength, and your biggest cheerleader. Embrace the journey. Walk in faith, not by sight. Take that step into the fog and trust that He will not let you fall. He is building the bridge as you walk. He will provide. He always has, and He always will. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. Don't forget to subscribe for more encouragement. Keep walking, keep believing, and watch what God will do.